Hello everybody, Ragtag Saggy here. Welcome to the next episode. In the last episode, we arrived here at Garreg Mach, became a teacher, and chose which house we want to teach for this playthrough. Yes, we've chosen the Black Eagles. Now to go through some few things. Unit appearance is now available. You can change how characters appear in the monastery in battles and during events. This will not alter voice or profile images of that character. With New Game Plus, you can spend renown to unlock skills and abilities. The more you've unlocked previously. You can also attain crest items. So first off, I want to up my professor's level to max. Once you've reached Professor Level C, you can assign an adjacent to follow a unit into battle. The number of adjacents you can assign per battle increases with your Professor level. Depending on the class, adjacents can provide one of three types of aid. Follow-up occasionally adds a follow-up attack in combat. Guard defends against and reduces damage from follow-up attacks. And Heal occasionally heals the host unit at the start of a turn. Adjacents are more effective at higher support levels. They gain experience in battle but do not lose weapon durability and do not die if the host unit is defeated. So I already got myself at the A, so here in supports you can use this to unlock various support levels that you've unlocked previously. If there is a lock behind a support level, that means you either cannot get that current support, or so you have to get it later on in the story, or you simply haven't unlocked it during your playthrough. Here in skills, I can use this to reteach my Byleth any particular skill I want. Especially if I manage to unlock it in a previous playthrough. I don't know why flying is locked, because I know for a fact I did work on my Byleth's flying skill last I played. Class abilities, you can I think essentially get abilities from classes you've unlocked. Crest items is something you can unlock in New Game Plus. I haven't bought them all, but you can buy these crest stones. I'll go into a little bit more about what they are later. So let's edit our appearance a little bit. Let's put on some glasses. So Byleth has, I think he has the most costume of any character. He has the Academy, which will probably wear this for a good while. The House Lingewear, which will always be, I think, the house you are currently leading. Then he has a servant's attire, which has him dressed as a butler. Summer wear, evening wear, the Sophist regalia, which is essentially Sophist's outfit, and the dance ensemble. Let's put on the Academy uniform. Now we look more like a teacher. So let's go out and meet the students. Ooh, just real quick, I forgot. You also want to check your bed. DLC supplies are now available. These supplies will be taken all at once as a set. You must have space available in your convoy or storehouse to do so. So the Sacred Items set, I believe this is given to you through, I think, the Season Pass, which basically gives you a bunch of stat up items we'll probably use on Byleth. And the Cindered Shadows reward. You get this for completing the Cindered Shadows, which gives you the Chalice of Beginnings, great item to have, and also some free renown.
These are the students' quarters. To better help you supervise them, you also have a room here. Your room is here at the end. Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth. As a rule, we try to avoid discrimination based on social status here, but the nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters of propriety. Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct. I expect you to set a good example for the students.
Will do. So yeah, this is pretty much all of Garreg Mach we currently have access to.
Professor. Some believe the dignity of the Empire rests on the results of the Mach battle. That's an overstatement, of course. Still, we must do our best to prevail. You should take the time to learn each student's abilities. Perhaps some extra lessons and training sessions are in order? You look as if you have no idea what's going on here. I know my way around, so I'm happy to help you find your footing.
Facilities.
Has some exceptional facilities that everyone who lives at the Officers' Academy is welcome to make use of. For example, you can enjoy a meal with your students at the dining hall, or take part in some one-on-one sparring at the training grounds. I suggest visiting the various facilities whenever you have the time to spare. It's a great way to get to know the students, faculty, and various workers here.
Bulletin boards and quests.
Have you noticed the bulletin boards placed around the monastery? Those contain requests people have posted, as well as helpful information from the market. If you prove yourself by helping people with their requests, certain facilities here will become available for your use. The bulletin board is updated frequently, so I suggest checking it at least once a month.
Activity
You
points.
should take your time when speaking with everyone, but when it comes to using the facilities, well, you need to be more careful about that. If you use them without planning ahead, your free time will be gone before you know it.
You can explore the monastery as much as you like, but certain activities will only be available while you have activity points. When you're done exploring, press the L button to end your free time and proceed to the next week.
A great deal is expected from professors of the Officers' Academy, so it's important to hone your skills. To put it plainly, you'll need to keep expanding your knowledge of all disciplines, not just battle.
Your professor level determines your maximum activity points. Raise it by reading books, taking part in activities, and interacting with students.
Dimitri and Claude are the leaders of the other two houses. Do not underestimate them. When we take the field, it would be best not to engage the both of them at once.
Interesting. So let's see what everyone has to say.
Wow, Yuritsa sure seems strong. I kind of thought he was going to be the new professor assigned to our class. After that teacher ran away during our outdoor training, I figured Yuritsa was a natural replacement. I was surprised when you were suddenly appointed professor instead. I don't think I could hold my own against Yuritsa in battle. I could probably take you, though.
Not a chance.
You really think so? With enough training, I'm sure I'll beat you someday.
Hi.
Let's see what's up here. So this facility isn't available yet. I forget when it becomes available, but I know that's a facility. As a matter of fact, I think that's a facility they added later on. Either, I forget if it was a part of the DLC or one of the updates.
I care nothing of friendship. If you have no business here, leave.
Okay. This says dash a little bit.
I'm not too keen on the professor of my class. I really hope to focus more on strategy. Maybe I should talk to my professor about transferring to a different class.
That's a hint there on how you're going to be recruiting most of your allies in this game. I can't check anybody else's dormitory rooms yet.
Yes. Let me know when you are hungry. I will make you a quality meal, as thanks for your service to His Highness. I have a request.
Few quests. Green Thumb Beginnings. Grow plants in the greenhouse. Take the dew seeds and ask the greenhouse keeper how to grow and harvest crops. There's a dish I would like to make, but I need more of a certain vegetable to do so. I was planning to grow it from the seeds in the greenhouse, but if you'd like to help, sure.
I heard about the upcoming Mach battle. I want you to know, Professor, that I do not intend to lose. I hereby declare my intention to prevail at... Goodness, listen to me. The thrill of competition has carried me away. I won't speak so formally of a class assignment in the future.
Spotted Claude and Hilda.
Hey, Teach. I hear there's gonna be a mock battle between the houses. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit concerned about facing an elite mercenary like you. Maybe take it easy on us. What do you say?
Oh, Professor! Have you adjusted to life at the Academy yet? Me? I'm still not used to it. I'm not one for all this studying and training.
Right, right.
So if you look around the academy, you can occasionally find some items, all with various different uses. Here's the Amiibo Gazebo. The Amiibo Gazebo is where you scan Amiibo here. Certain items will appear at random in the monastery and all of your save files. You will get higher quality items for scanning a Fire Emblem Amiibo character. Each Fire Emblem character Amiibo also provides unique rewards. You can now travel to the Holy Tomb from the Amiibo Gazebo. Locations that require special items will appear in the Holy Tomb each time you explore. Now I believe you just need to scan your Amiibos once and that's it to get the Fire Emblem rewards, so I believe as long as I'm not playing on a different file, I still get the better items. But on New Game Plus files, you can go to a special place known as the Holy Tomb.
It is almost time to begin.
You have been blessed with the Sophist Shield. You can now use Sophist Shield. Once per battle, using Sophist Shield grants +7 resist. It is to all allies. This effect decreases each turn and ends after free. A handy power to have in New Game Plus, which adds to the survivability of both you and your units. Oops, that's not the button I want to press. Now, if I remember correctly, I forget if new items spawn here during every week or if it's every month new items spawn inside the Holy Tomb. Of course, there's always a bit of loading going from the tomb to the monastery. As the Byleth in the corner there, because of how I got my control position, was doing the moonwalk. Just need some Michael Jackson music going on with it, like do 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 do. I would love to see Byleth do the Michael Jackson moonwalk. The dormitories. I know you can eventually go into the dorms and actually take a look at the rooms that belong to the
I'm
characters.
Captain Gerald's first and best apprentice. I can beat anyone, Professor. Even you if I have to. It may have been only for a short time, but I learned from the absolute best.
Spotted Sylvain.
Well, there's Dorothea, Hilda, and Mercedes. Lady Rhea's quite the beauty too. And I must admit, I've even checked out Professor Manuela once or twice. You know, Professor, I think I'm going to like it at the Officers Academy. There are beautiful girls as far as the eye can see. Professor, I've got a
You
small
quests.
favor to ask.
Try sharing a meal with others in the dining hall. You can even treat someone to their favorite meal. Talk to the dining staff for details. Oops.
I don't like to come out unless I really have to. Hope you're okay with that, Professor.
The greenhouse and fishing pond.
The Great Tree Moon is the best time of the year for naps. I could just forget all about my assignment.
Now I'm feeling sleepy too. So if you give certain correct answers to these in both when you talk to a student and later on in story elements, you tend to get help build the support art with that character freely.
Did you come to look at the plants too? The greenhouse here is really incredible. There are so many rare flowers I'd never seen back home, and herbs I never even knew existed.
You seem well informed on the subject.
My adoptive father is the real expert. He taught me everything I know about herbs, including how to tell them apart and how to make medicines. You should try looking around the greenhouse sometime if the mood strikes you. Maybe something will catch your eye.
So yeah, I know some of the correct answers off the top of my head, but others I don't remember exactly what are the correct responses. By gardening, you can harvest all kinds of crops. Flowers, for interests, make great gifts. Some people might even decorate their rooms with the flowers you give them. I forgot they could do that. Use plant and command to decide which seeds to use. The more seeds means a bigger harvest. With more compatible seeds will lead to higher quality. Use cultivate to pay the greenhouse keeper to look after your crop. The more you spend, the better the harvest will be. Your crop will be ready 1 week after you plant the seeds. Use the harvest command and to gather what you grow. So we only have to do seeds. Let me see. Let's just... Yeah, product wield's not high, so no good using a high thing. So let's just do the free thing and use magic.
My thanks.
And of course there were seeds the moment I was done planting. Right, note to self, always check greenhouse before you go plant seeds.
I'm a little busy.
Can't we, oh, what's the correct response here? I think it's, oh, I'm sorry.
If you're looking for the greenhouse, it's right there. See it? Looks like a greenhouse. That's it.
Okay, it wasn't, oh, I'm sorry. I thought one of those could build up his supports. It might have been, if we can talk a little. Again, doing 400 playthroughs gives me time to experiment. And probably my friend will also say, like, fishing has not been unlocked for some reason.
Goddess, I pray to thee. Please protect us.
Also, I just realized I've expanded my professor level, but it hasn't given me the activity points.
Unbelievable. The Imperial Princess, the Crown Prince, and the heir to the Alliance's leading house. This is one exceptional year, that's for sure. If you're a teacher here, you better watch your step. If anything were to happen to those kids, well, suffice to say that it could harm the reputation of the Church of Saros, which we've spent almost a millennium establishing.
Yeah, I know this is like the tutorial segment, so maybe that's why they didn't give me my points. Still kind of silly though.
Hello there, Professor. Well, I call you that, but I am afraid I am not a student here myself.
Where can I visit you then?
Brother would not be pleased if he heard you saying such things. The monastery is kind enough to provide a sanctuary for my brother and I. He's the only family I have. Might you help me with a favor?
There is a ceremony related to Saint Cephaline. Yeah, is that Cephaline or is it, yeah, that requires a rare fish. Would you mind helping me attain some, Professor? You can fish by speaking with the fish keeper at the fish pond. Yes, I would love the fish. To begin fishing, first select your bait. Wait until you see the silhouette of the fish you want to catch, and then press the A button to hook it. Don't wait too long, though, or the fish will escape with the bait. Press the A button when the circles overlap to reduce the stamina of the hooked fish. Once its stamina is depleted, you will successfully catch the fish. If your line breaks, the fish will escape, and durability of the fishing line will increase with the professor level. Repeat 8 excellent timing will create 8 combos that reduce the fish's stamina quickly. If you land an excellent timing, at all opportunities, you will net a more valuable fish than usual. Let's use Flame's bait. Now, typically, from what I remember from my experience, you can typically have a fish bite the rod around 3 times before it just goes away. Which typically letting it fish bite multiple times is a good idea, because sometimes you may want to try and get like a different fish, compared to if you just immediately press the button as soon as something bites. We got a Cassilis. This small fish is common to all regions of Fotland. It is somehow connected to Saint Cephlin. If you know anything about this game, you will understand why I am giggling when I say that.
You've helped me so much.
You're in the dining hall. And my friend James is playing Fire Emblem Engage. Fitting, since I'm playing Free Houses right now.
I'm busy. Do you want something?
Funny to have that appearing. I was hoping to spar with you.
Can't right now, but let's fight soon. I look forward to beating you.
We'll see about that.
Ugh, I really need to eat. I can't hold out until the next meal. Why can't the dining hall stay open all the time? I need to keep eating if I want to get stronger.
What is today's special? Right, so that is activity. I think that's the only activity I can do currently. So we'll save that for last. Let's have a look around.
Professor, I hope you know I am having great abilities for reading and writing. With sadness, I still have struggles with speaking. If my ways of speech are causing a burden, I hope you will have forgiveness.
Love Petra. So yeah, she has a very unique way of speaking because she's a foreigner. So she's, despite, like she said, knowing how to read and write the language, she's still having troubles trying to speak the language.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. By the by, have you ever regretted a decision and wished you could go back and undo it? It's too bad there's no lesson for how to turn back the old clock, huh? But I suppose a bad decision isn't worth all that fuss anyhow.
If only you knew. There's a lot of things a lot of people would want to do to turn back the clock to undo certain mistakes. Even I have my demons I would love to undo. Be it things I've done or friends I've lost because of my stupidity. And stupid stuff that I've done to unoccasionally.
As part of our commitment to the goddess, the knights undertake various missions across all of Fodlan. Assisting with the education of young nobles is also a part of our sacred duty.
And also it would help with YouTube because I can see what's popular and
Hello, Professor.
And use that to my advantage.
Tiny question for you, if that's all right. You haven't seen a man with hair the same color as mine, a scowling face, and a generally gloomy demeanor, have you?
Are you looking for someone?
Well, yes. It's a bit difficult to explain. Please just let me know if you do see him, okay?
Okay, will do.
hear a member of House Fresfeld, the ruling family of the Empire, has entered the Officers' Academy for the first time in ages. It is said that the Adrestian Empire's very founding was aided by none other than Saint Seros. That is why the crest of Seros is on the Imperial flag. In recent years, a rift has developed between the Empire and the Church. Let us hope this will be a good opportunity for both parties to reforge their close relationship of years past.
Interesting, interesting.
There are two types of crests. Major crests manifest their power most effectively, while minor crests are slightly weaker. It is said that the closer a person's blood relation is to various saints and heroes, the higher their chance of bearing a major crest. Of course, there are also examples of major crests manifesting in children whose parents bear no crest whatsoever. The exact nature of how and why crests are inherited is still a mystery.
That is something to keep in mind for later.
Hi, Professor. Have you gotten around to visiting the library yet? It's absolutely loaded with valuable information. I only wish I wasn't burdened with the necessity of sleep, so I could spend all my hours there.
You like reading?
In a manner, yes. But it's more that I want to learn as much as I possibly can.
Alright, let's go to the second floor and check out the library.
Really?
Do bear in mind that even as you are appraising your students, they are appraising you as well. I hope that you will do your best to form lasting bonds with your flock. Oh, and I look forward to witnessing your prowess in the Mach battle.
We'll see. Looks like there's nobody else in this room, so we'll go down the hallway. Here are the teachers' rooms, including a room for Gerald.
Church has changed a lot since my time. Sedith, Hanneman, Manuela, Yuritsa, and many of the knights. None of them were around 20 years ago.
Interesting. Oh, he's been gone from the monastery for about 20 years. Some kind of experiment apparatus.
Apparently, there is to be a mock battle between the houses. Interesting, but I hope you understand that I have far more important things on my mind. My research is proceeding slower than I would like. Your crest is something of a challenge. Frustrating, yet also quite intriguing. I was wondering if I might get a sample of your flesh. A couple square inches would do. No? Perhaps some blood? A couple of drops on the device are all I need.
Love him.
A mock battle? This early? Wow, Professor. They're not giving you any time to settle in, are they? Don't worry, though. Should you get injured, I will care for you all through your recuperation. I will see to you, oh so very, very personally.
Okay, Manuela.
Captain Gerald has hardly changed since 20 years ago. I've aged at least 3 times as much as he has. Why am I talking about this? Oh, right. It was because I just overheard Tomas remarking on the subject. The leader of a legendary group of knights returned. People are bound to be talking about the old captain.
Huh?
That's very interesting to learn. Yeah, I don't think we can access any of these rooms yet.
Really?
Down the hallway we go. This over here should be the library. So here in the library you can check out various books, which I am not going to read all these books. You can pause the video if you want to read them yourself, but some of them give interesting lore about the world and even give a few contexts for the story. But yeah, this is a lot of reading. I would be here forever if I were to read all this. So yeah, do pause the video if you want to actually read these books.
I hear you are lacking in knowledge of the Church of Ceros. The library contains countless documents about the teaching and the history of the church. I encourage you to make good use of them.
Check the bookshelves to read all sorts of reference materials. Also, you do want to come in here every month because what books are available for you to read also change throughout the month.
Well,
so it's always ideal to come in here every month to read the books. Like here, they tell you a variety of the various houses that's in Fotland. Like I said, I'm just going to go through these quickly. If you want to read these, then do pause the video. So that way you can read them yourselves. Because again, I would be here for a long time if I were to read every single book in here. And keep in mind, our days during our stays
Tomas
in the
has served as the monastery's librarian for decades. Actually, he was away from Garreg Mach for a spell, but he returned to his post last year. There is no one as familiar with the monastery's archives as he is.
But yeah, and as you could probably guess, as time goes on, we're gonna be roaming around the monastery much longer and longer. So yeah, not gonna sit down and read every single goddamn book in here. Yeah, so if you were pausing the video to read those books, I hope you had a good read for this month. Yeah, the stairs should be over here. Of course, I have to wait for the doors to open. But to say, like, I know I can access this area of the monastery. Please open up doors.
Listen, let me tell you the provenance of our class name. The eagle. That refers to the twin-headed eagle on the Adrestian Empire's coat of arms. And black is the traditional color of the Empire's armor. Hence, black eagles.
That sounds really cool. So you're wondering why they were called Black Eagles and not Red Eagles compared to all the other houses where you got Blue Lions and Golden Deer. Although this is really more yellow than gold, but still matches the color. If you're wondering, well, why they're not called the Red Eagles? Well, that's why.
Hi, Professor. How are you doing? If you're not busy, would you like to join me on a little trip into town? If I'm cooped up in this dusty old monastery for too long, it drives me absolutely crazy.
Yeah, which I do like that they explain why it's called Black Eagles, because yeah, you would think they would be called the Red Eagles or have some similar naming like Scarlet Eagles or something like that.
Before I came to the Officers' Academy, I attended a school of magic in the kingdom capital. That's where I met Annie. That's what I call Annette. Oh, I guess Lawrence was at the School of Magic too. But Annie was always just so nice to me, even though I was older. She's my best friend in the world.
Here's the story. The Blue Lion House derived its name from the honorary title of the first king of Fargus. Lug, the king of lions, wore brilliantly blue garments. His chivalric exploits are recorded in multiple legends. The library holds various historical accounts regarding him and the Blue Lions. If you find time, you should read them. They're filled with insights.
So that's how the Blue Lion House got its name. And I believe there should be someone in here that tells us how Golden Deer got its name.
This is the Golden Deer House. You're in charge of a different house, right? Too bad we won't see more of each other. I'm happy to learn from you if the opportunity comes up.
Our house is that of the Golden Deer. Do you know the significance of that name, Professor? Golden deer are sacred creatures, said to have protected Leicester since time immemorial. All three of the houses have a meaning behind their name. You should feel free to ask around if that sort of knowledge interests you.
And that gives you an idea why they're called the Golden Deer. Let me pull up the map. Yeah, I think I've done talking to everybody that I can currently talk to. So yeah, let's have a meal.
Listen. Greetings.
What's today's special? Spaghetti and cream. A big egg confection coated with the no fruit cream and a currant and reduction, often enjoyed as a dessert at family gatherings. So here you can see what people like this. So this, if you feed a meal that people like, they build up support with you faster. If you feed them something they dislike, you will gain less support points. And anybody on average just gains a normal amount of support points. So let's say we want to get Edelgard. And then get maybe one of our house members. I forget if there's a way to see, yeah, support info. So you can see typically if they will have a support with somebody. And you can do this with members of your own house to build up your support with your members quickly, or members of other houses to gain their supports, as you can still gain their supports even if they're not currently in your house. Which gaining supports with them makes it so that way you are more likely to get them into your house later on.
Oh, I love this meal. How did you know?
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
You usually want to finish exploring when your activity points run out. Press L to do so.
Nice. I knew I could count on you.
So you're getting right to it. I'm impressed to find someone more productive than I am. Nice going, Professor. Alright. Alright, then. Next time it will be my turn. We've done everything. We've talked to everyone. I don't think there's a person I've currently missed. So let's finish exploring and move to the next week. It's Ferdinand's birthday!
Much appreciated.
Here we can go to the marketplace. So we can buy and sell various weapons. Also, I need to use the stat buff items. This increases speed by 2. Chalice. Let's trade because I don't need 2 vulneraries. Yeah, probably during the next academy time, I might use all the stat buff items. Or I might just use them all off screen, but anyway. We'll create a save. And in the next episode, we will go to the mission. If you enjoyed this episode, do like the videos, it helps tremendously. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this episode. And share the video so more people can discover my content and help the channel grow. I'll see you all next time. Later.